KoBaC 8. Hello again, society. My name is Rich, and welcome to another Halo Reach action figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the ODST Jetpack Trooper from Series 3. Brand new, still sealed in box, and we can all only hope that McFarlane has fixed the swivel bicep joints that were missing from the Series 1 UNSC Troopers. And that was a mouthful that I just said. Look on the back real quick, you can see the different figures, the singles anyway, that are going to be sold in Halo Reach Series 3. There are 3 2-packs, and there are 2 vehicle upgrades, well, weapon upgrades for the Warthog. So, pretty cool. The ODST looks pretty awesome. Alright, whatever. So let's open them out of the box. Alright, now with the figure out of the box, we can see that it does not really look like an ODST Trooper, actually. To compare him to a Series 2 ODST Trooper from the Halo 3 action figure line, which was based on the Halo 3 and Halo 2 designs of an ODST Trooper. Here it is. Now, granted, this ODST Trooper is going to be in a smaller scale than this one, but they actually don't look that different, really. This guy just looks a little buffer. But the one thing that's really kind of funny is that the ODST Trooper here doesn't actually have ODST shoulder pads. I don't really know what's up with that. This guy does. Why doesn't this one? Now, what I had heard was that the ODST Trooper here was actually, from when McFarlane designed it, was actually based on the initial, I guess you could say, prototype design of the ODST that were going to be out in Halo Reach. So when Bungie sent them the designs, they sent them this. This is what they looked like. This is what the ODST Troopers looked like before they changed them into looking like this. So that picture there, that is actually what the ODST Troopers actually look like in Halo Reach. They look very similar, much more similar to the design from back, in Halo 3 and Halo 2 days. This guy, what he looks like is a UNSC Trooper repainted. Got a new helmet, got a new little necktie thing there, and a jetpack. Whoop-de-doo. Now, I gotta say, the paint job does look good. I gotta give credit where credit is due, and the paint job is nice. The sculpting is pretty darn good. The jetpack here doesn't fit as great on mine. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. And there is a modification of this jetpack from the jetpacks that were out for the Spartans UNSC Airborne. Like they have this little piece here, right here. Right here. That little piece right there on both those should not be there if they were going to go on the Spartans, but it does fit pretty snugly onto the back of this ODST Trooper here. The ODST Trooper comes with the jetpack and the Magnum, which does fit into his hand very nicely. Now, I know what you're all probably wondering, does the UNSC, does the ODST Trooper here have swivel bicep, meaning, can he rotate his arms to be able to hold like assault rifles and DMRs and stuff? Sadly, he does not. It's not swiveling, and the only wiggling that's going on is from the elbow. Sorry, guys, they didn't fix the problem. I can't really believe that they didn't fix it, because when did Halo Reach Series 1 come out? Back in October? Did it come out in October? And then Series 2 came out, in January? Series 3 has come out in April. Why wasn't that problem fixed? And I understand that when you're designing these figures, you have to design them months in advance. You've already got it sculpted. You've got all this work going into it. But the thing is, first, why was this figure even made to begin with? Why was this one used? Why would they go with the prototype design of the UNSC Trooper, ODST Trooper, to be used instead of the actual ODST used in the game? I don't know. And even if, heaven forbid, they did spend the time and the money researching and sculpting and building prototypes, why did they stick with it? Why didn't they wait, don't release the figure yet, release it maybe in Series 4, maybe even Series 5 to be able to get it accurate? Because now what they've done is they've released a figure that doesn't look that great as far as compared to an actual ODST Trooper. He still doesn't have the correct swivel bicep joint, so now you're going to have more fuel to the fire of people for the reason for them not to buy these figures, unless all they want is to be given a handgun, which doesn't really solve the problem. It's more like putting a Band-Aid on the problem, because back when they released the UNSC Troopers from Series 1, which I made a review that was basically a long rant, they came with a shotgun and an assault rifle. Neither of them could hold their guns because they can't cross their arms. They can't cross their arms. Look, If I give this figure right here an assault rifle, take off the jetpack so it doesn't fall off. Give him an assault rifle to show you what I mean if you don't understand. He can't rotate his arm to grab the gun. He can't rotate it. He can't. He will not be able to grab the assault rifle without me putting a lot of pressure onto either the elbow or the wrist. Either way, not good for the figure, and it's going to end up causing damage, if not just to break it all together. And I don't want to do that to my stuff. And you know what the thing is I don't want you guys to buy something that's a bad figure. And I hate to say it, but if there was one figure not to get in all of Series 3, don't get this one. Seriously. Enough is enough. You don't design a figure that already has problems with the joints. I mean, how do you design toys in this day and age that don't have the bicep joint? And I can understand, okay, maybe we don't need to put the bicep joint. But when it comes to the human figures, and they're holding a lot of two-handed weapons like assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, DMRs, the list goes on, and then you don't give them that very crucial joint articulation, it just seems to me that you're just being lazy and that you didn't think when you designed the figure. And I hate to say it, but it's not good because of that. It's not. And I love the ODST. They are one of my favorite unit types in all of Halo. Seriously, they are just awesome to me. I think they're amazing. They're just incredible. But this is just a bad figure. I don't like the design. I think it's stupid. Frankly, I do. And I don't like to always use strong language necessarily when I'm doing reviews, but I think it's stupid. It was a stupid decision to go with this. And I hate to give it a bad rating, but I'm going to give this... You know what? I'm going to give it... They did give it a gun, so now you can actually hold it. So I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. A 1 out of 5. I would love, trust me, I would love to give this a 5 out of 5. I was hoping the ODST were going to have the bicep joint. And actually, had they fixed the bicep alone, I would have said it's probably at least a 4.5 out of 5. I would have easily given it that rating. Because it does come with a improved jetpack for like UNSC troopers to be able to have, and obviously the ODST. So that is cool that they did fix that, alter it so that the troopers could use it. And the paint job is good. He can hold his gun, even though it's a lame attempt to not give him a two-handed gun. It's finally an ODST helmet. That's cool, so you could swap it out with your Spartans. And granted, it would probably be a little too small for the Spartans, but it would be cool still. But the fact that they did not include the bicep joint is just a stupid decision. And I would recommend that nobody buy this, unless you only plan to keep it in the box. Because if you do things like me where you want to display them or you want to use them in a stop motion, the only option you have, besides giving him an assault rifle and just having him just shoot it with one hand, is giving him pistols or making him a dead body. And I don't want that. I want all my figures to be able to be used in the best possible way. And when I do these reviews, I'm being honest with you guys. Nobody pays me to do these reviews. I don't get any endorsements. I get nothing. All of these figures comes from my money. So when I do these reviews, it's completely honest. So, gotta say, 1 out of 5. It sucks. I can't believe that they didn't fix that. I'm sorry, guys. I really would have liked to have given it, like I said, a much higher rating. Anyway, here's the hoping that the UNSC Troopers 2-pack that's also going to be released in Series 3 actually has the the swivel bicep joint, but I already know that it doesn't. But I just would like it that it does. Now, if you would like to modify the arm so that it can hold assault rifles and DMRs and the like, I have created a video that is a tutorial on how to be able to do it. I posted. There's a box right here. You can click it. You can click the link in the description. It'll take you there. Check it out. And there's also a special offer at the end of it that if you don't want to modify it yourself, that I will modify it for you for a small fee. So, all right, guys, that's my way to be able to help you guys out because, I'm going to have to go and do it myself now because they didn't think, you know what? People might want these figures to hold their guns. Alright, guys. Talk to you guys later.
Rawr, I'm a dinosaur.